Alright, so welcome back to another video about the current state of the game I'm working on. And yeah, actually I've been working on it since about 2 years now. The last video has been released about 1.5 years ago, and you can see we have much progress already. You can see we have vegetation now, we have grass textures, we have different kinds of bushes, we have nice looking trees, and we have quite realistically looking ground textures here. And another thing that has been improved is the landscape. You know, I changed the method to create the landscape. In the first video I started from a flat world and I was trying to build valleys and hills by manually increasing or decreasing the height of the map, and I was not able to produce any realistically looking landscapes. But look at this now. I'm now using height maps. You know, these are 2D textures, grayscale, where the intensity of the pixel represents the height of the map, and I was programming a little software that generates such height maps based on further noise, and I think the outcome is really impressive. But let's have a look at the vegetation here. Beautiful texture. Actually, what I wanted to show you is a little spot of civilization, and this is just a tiny little patch of the entire map, but I'm already hopelessly lost in the wilderness. I hope that I can find it. I hope that this is the correct direction. Let's hope. Oh, it looks good. I think, yeah, here we are. This is what I wanted to show you. This is where people are meant to live. And what do we have here? It's a majestic windmill. Well, okay, the cloth is missing at the wings, but we shouldn't care about this at the moment. Just let's have a little look-see inside. You know, as usual, every single building is enterable. Let's turn on the headlamp to have a look into the interior of the windmill. Beautiful. Alright, let's inspect the other buildings. This seems to be a storage house. Some nettles in front of it. Ouch! Open the window. Alright. So this is the house where the millers are supposed to live. Knock knock. Kitchen. Anything boiling in the cauldron? No. Let's go upstairs. Beautiful view. And the beds of the Miller family, who for some reason seem to live in divorce, but this shouldn't be our business. Let's have another look to the landscape, and it's so beautiful. I think it sounds a bit weird that this game is meant to play at war times, but I think I should definitely work on the atmosphere. Some new features, maybe more scary fog or screams of wild animals, something like that. But anyway, in the next part of the video I'm gonna show you another spot of civilization, so just stay tuned. Alright, so let's proceed to the second part of the video. Beside the vegetation, as a new feature I added to my video game, we gonna have a look at the rural life, the early 17th century. So let's have a look into the life of the peasants at that time. This building in front of us is actually a watermill. You may have recognized the wheel on the right side. And we're gonna have a look at it later. First, we want to inspect this huge farmer's house. And it was quite usual at that time to combine the stable, you know, where the cattle lived, with a living area on one house. This is the roof, the attic, I mean. So, and there's one certain thing I want to show you, the living area actually. This is the place where the people used to sleep, and it's called the alcoves. You know, it looks like a cupboard, but this is actually where the people used to sleep. At least in the northern part of Germany. I have no idea if it was the same in other parts of Germany. But, yeah. There's another farmer's house. We're going to proceed to the watermill. Alright. Some dining room maybe. And the kitchen. Okay, let's go upstairs. We're gonna find the sleeping rooms. Hello. Oh look. And another room. Alright. Yeah, this was just a tiny village. I'm gonna show you a much bigger one in the next part of the video. But let's have a last view on this beautiful place. Alright, so welcome to the third and the last part of the video. And here I'm gonna show you a slightly bigger village compared to the one we saw in the previous part. First, let's climb down this rock formation. Oh, and have a look at the rock texture here. Pretty nice, I think. But hurry, let's go to the village. And as you can see, the entire village is surrounded by a wooden fence. And this was quite usual also in medieval times. Because the people were quite aware about what is their property and what is not. What is the property of the neighbor community. And basically they put a fence around everything they owned, and yeah, this was basically for legal reasons. Let's check this building as well. Living room, here's some more alcoves without a wooden door. You can also use curtains instead. And here in the center of the village you can see a big church that is surrounded by a stone wall. And such places were used as a sort of a safe zone at these times. You know, when intruders came attacking the villages, they all fled into the church and hoping for the best. And yeah, because the church usually was the building that gave the most protection due to the massive walls. And we're gonna have a look inside the church later on, but first we're gonna inspect some more of these farmers' houses. This is gonna be the next one. And this is quite similar to the one we saw in the last part. You know, it's also a combination between stable and living area. And as you have seen, the fireplace rather belongs to the stable part. And again, we have a huge attic for the hay. So now let's have a little look into the rather small living area. Again with some alcoves. Alright. And look at the beautiful landscape in the distance. You may not see this really clearly, but it's nice. Just trust me. And let's check this farmer's house now. This is a separated stable part. And here's the living area with the kitchen. And another living room with the alcoves. And upstairs, the storage part of the house. But now, let's go and check the churchyard. Let's enter the safe zone. And let's first have a look at the graveyard. Beautiful. With a fresh grave. And a luxury gravestone here. Obviously for a famous villager. But come on, look at this idyllic graveyard. I mean, who wouldn't love to be buried here? I certainly would. But anyway, let's enter the church now. I actually think I should still work on this one here. The altar looks a bit nude. And this is the stairways to heaven, in a way. Yeah, but that's it now. This was a little tour through some villages of my new game. And in the final version there will be many more, of course, and each one will differ from the others. So thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.